Hi, my name is Hunter J. Catone, and I'm here at Indian River State College, and I'm talking today about the drug use stigma of methamphetamines and non-prescribed prescription stimulants. There's a meth use and stigma, and there's a research conducted in the San Diego University, which included 292 different meth users and went into detail of their stigma scales, their culturally induced expectations of rejection, experiences of actual rejection, and stigma coping strategies. Most people hold a negative stereotype about people who use meth, and many accounts of meth users say that people treat them differently if they find out that I use meth. They go to lengths to hide their meth usage, and generally they do anything they can to hide their meth usage or to minimize it in any way. Meth users feel rejected by society, and they are less likely to go to treatment because of this. Many meth users have specific experiences with the stigma of use, and because of this, they have difficulties with their relationships. They may experience employment issues, housing discrimination, and issues with medical care, such as with addiction specialists or other doctors. Stigma coping methods include hiding signs of meth use, only revealing the use of methamphetamines to other meth users, and oftentimes meth users will not seek out the help they need for fear of being judged or not being able to get the treatment they need. In this study of individuals who went to rehab as opposed to individuals who received no rehab, individuals who had never been treated reported much more negative stigmas from doctors in their community, as opposed to individuals who never reported to rehab were correlated with fewer instances of stigma. However, they did have higher instances of secrecy regarding their drug use. A failure to complete any rehab program was connected to an increased negative stigma relating issues connected between counselors and users, meaning that there was a higher stigma of counselors and counselor neglect for users. Furthermore, we found an article in the Journal of Health Communication circa 2016, which was an analysis of a study on Adderall usage in college students. This was titled "The Making of an Addiction: Examining Psychological Determinants of Prescribing Stimulant Abuse Among College Students" by Jennifer A. Luchek, Rebecca Constantini, and Morgan Knobloch. This study identified 3 separate types of beliefs that led for students to engage in the non-medical use of stimulants, or NUPS. These were behavioral beliefs, normative beliefs, and control beliefs. Behavioral beliefs are, for example, students were asked the following questions: what do you see as the pros or benefits of your non-medical use of prescription stimulants? What good or positive things come to mind when you think about your non-medical use of prescription stimulants? What do you see as the cons or downsides of your use of non-prescription stimulants? And what negative things come to mind when you think about your use of non-medical prescription stimulants? Normative beliefs are as follows: what individuals or groups of people do you think would be supportive of your use of stimulants? What individuals or groups of people do you think are most likely to engage in the non-medical use of stimulants? And what individuals or groups do you think are the most unlikely to engage in the non-medical use of stimulants? If I had $1 for every time I said non-medical use of stimulants, I would be very rich enough to buy Adderall. The control beliefs are as follows: what would make it easy or help you engage in the use of non-medical prescription stimulants? And what would make it difficult or prevent you from engaging in such use?
We'd like to interrupt this program, but we have Hunter and Angelica with their interviews live at this moment. But how is Hunter interviewing? He's literally the anchorman right now. How is he doing?
This is Angelica reporting from the debate stage, and this is Ms. Champagne from the LEAP program. We're going to be asking her some questions about Adderall. Hey, so what do you know about Adderall?
Nothing. Just don't.
So, it's some medication that they give some kids to slow down, and some adults take it to make them stay focused.
The only thing that I know about Adderall is it's a medication that is used for attention deficit for some children, some adults. That's about all I know about it.
That's fine. How do you think Adderall affects the user?
I'm not sure because I don't know.
Okay, so Adderall is more like a... Yeah. It helps you like focus and like keep you awake for like couple of hours, pretty much. So how do you think that would affect the people that aren't really supposed to be on it?
Oh, well, that's the question now. If you're not supposed to be on it, then it would probably have negative effects on you because you didn't consult with a doctor in order to be prescribed. So there's no past history that you know of. So it could possibly lead to death for those who are not prescribed that medication by a doctor.
It depends on the person. Now, if the user has been diagnosed with some kind of medical diagnosis where they would need the Adderall, it will affect that person differently than somebody who has not been diagnosed to need the Adderall. It may speed up your system, it might slow down your system. That's what my opinion is.
All right, well, thank you. Do you think the students or that aren't prescribed it are cheating when they use it for like homework or like studying?
I don't know if I would say cheating. Everyone's always trying to get a leg up on whatever it is that they're doing. I think if they're not prescribed that medication, then that's just a dangerous situation all around. I think they're probably just trying to get some sort of advantage through the stress and through certain situations that they want to get to. So I don't know if I'd use the word cheating, but it's still not good, what they're doing.
No, I don't, because when students use it for school, it keeps them alert and attentive. And some students, like even myself, when I'm in class, my mind would drift.
Yeah.
Whether I'm in class, at home, my mind would just drift. And when you're learning something or trying to finish your work, you need to stay focused, and that's what Adderall does.
Well, my opinion is that if a student is using it for a medically necessary diagnosis, then that would not be something that would be considered cheating.
What if it's like they just got it like from a dealer, like they're not?
If it's a dealer or something that they're not,
Yeah.
it would be considered a substance that they're not supposed to be taking. It's not their prescription.
So do you think it's cheating for the people that aren't supposed to be taking it?
I think it's wrong. I think it's very wrong if you take it and you don't have a prescription of it, or you don't have a doctor advising you, like any other medication.
And do you know anyone that's on Adderall?
No.
All right.
If I did, I don't know that they're doing it. Just a second ago, I thought it was the same thing as Molly, so there's that.
Well, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
No, I don't. I don't know anybody.
Hi, my name's Hunter at the IRSC campus, and I'm here interviewing Matt about Adderall. How you doing today, Matt?
Great.
That's good. I'm doing great as well. So what do you know about Adderall, if anything?
It's a drug. It is primarily used, I believe, for increasing energy levels of people that use it.
Okay, do you know anyone who uses it? I don't need you to name names, just
No.
one. Have you ever met anyone who uses Adderall, to your knowledge?
Not to my knowledge.
Do you know any stigmas of Adderall, like anything people say about people who use it?
I know there's a stigma of students using it for like cramming, stuff like that.
Okay, cramming as in for like tests and homework?
Correct.
Gotcha, okay. Do you think that's cheating? Do you think that gives them an unfair advantage in the school environment?
No.
No? Okay. Here with Jason, and I'm gonna ask him some questions about Adderall. Hi Jason, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, doing good. So do you know anything about Adderall?
A little bit.
Okay. What do you know about Adderall?
I know that it's a drug used to. Some people use it for like studying.
Okay.
And
Do you know anyone who uses it for studying? No names, of course,
No.
but you've never met anyone
just
who does
heard,
Adderall?
like
Okay, you just hear
help
things?
the focus.
Okay, I gotcha. Do you think because it's used to help people study and help them focus that it's cheating? Like, is it unfair for some people to have it and some people not to?
Yes, because it is a drug that is helped to stimulate the brain.
Okay.
So for some people that don't have it, it's kind of hard for them to stay focused, and some people that do have it, it's kind of cheating.
Okay, so it's cheating because not everyone gets to use it?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So it gives people an unfair advantage. I got you. Do you know any stigmas about Adderall? Like anything people say about people who do Adderall? Like maybe draw it in a negative light?
Some people say that people that take Adderall are addicted to it because they need it to stay focused.
Any other stigmas? Anything about how they act or if it changes them or anything?
Yeah, it changes how they act because they're like really kind of jumpy.
Okay, so they get like tight?
Yes.
It's kind of weird? Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's all I know about it.
All right, word. Thank you, man. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so hello, this is Hunter at the IRSC campus. I'm here interviewing Leslie and Jasmine. Hello, how are we doing today?
Hi.
Good.
How are you?
So I'm here talking today about Adderall. Do either of you know anything about Adderall?
Yes.
Okay, what do we know about Adderall?
I know it's a very dangerous drug.
Okay, what kind of drug? Illegal, legal, somewhere in between?
It's somewhere in between.
Okay,
It's legal.
gotcha.
It's a legal drug.
Okay.
And it helps to. It's prescribed typically to students who have like ADHD, attention deficit, hyperactivity, things like that.
Okay, have you ever met a student or someone who will of course remain anonymous who does Adderall or is prescribed Adderall?
I know someone who has done it who was not prescribed Adderall.
Okay, and did that person act strangely or anything? Were there any
Yes.
stigmas about that person? Can you tell me in a little more detail what was weird about him? What changed?
Just very sporadic, erratic behavior sometimes, aggressive sometimes, and thoughts were not clear. They didn't make a lot of sense, not all the time. Almost like they didn't sleep for hours on end. That's really
okay. So
that's
lots of
really-
negative side effects I'm hearing.
Yeah.
About how long were they taking it? Do you know?
No.
Okay,
I don't.
and so would you say that Adderall is a bad idea if you're not prescribed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Do you think there are cases where it is prescribed where it's okay?
Honestly, no.
Okay, that's a fair answer.
I don't, yeah.
Okay, and do you think it's cheating for people who aren't prescribed Adderall to use it in an academic setting? Do you think it gives them an unfair advantage?
I think it could.
Okay.
But because of what I've seen in others, I think it's a disadvantage because, well, they're able to stay up longer. Their brain may function at a different capacity than someone who is not under the influence of something. But the long-term effect or the after effect of the drug, I think, is where the disadvantage is because their brain now is not functioning the way it should.
So it like crashes?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.